Hello everybody, welcome to Banter Blitz. What's happening? Sweden just won against Switzerland, so today I will pretend to be more Swedish than ever. Jan Gustafsson, 1FSS. That's as Swedish as it gets. Shout out to Sweden. Of course, the big news in my little world is all the NBA free agency. And since we do have a key demographic of European hippies, I believe everybody will be extremely happy with a lot of NBA discussion. What are the Lakers doing? Like, seriously, this is not just run-of-the-mill incompetence. This is insanity. They get LeBron and then they followed up with Lance Stevenson, JaVale McGee, Rajon Rondo, all sort of head cases that can't shoot. Well, LeBron has the ball all the time anyway. That makes zero sense. Anyway, this is Banter Blitz with Jan Gustafsson. You can challenge me to a 5-minute game if you happen to be a Chess24 Premium member. If you are not a Chess24 Premium, you can become one if you use my bonus code Janistam. You save 15%. What else are we talking about? How do you feel about the Warriors getting Cousins, is what Ewok is asking. Frankly, obviously the rich get richer, but I don't think it matters very much. He'll be out for a while, and even a fully healthy Cousins, he's not great at defense, and the Warriors have more effective offensive players like Curry and Durant, so you wouldn't waste a lot of possessions on Cousins playing bully ball. I think, he wouldn't move the needle for them that much. Still, he's pretty good, and he's of course an upgrade if he gets to like 80% of what he was after the Achilles over JaVale McGee or Zaza or all their other centers. So yeah, it's a luxury, but I don't think it matters much. I think he doesn't crack their best lineup with Iguodala. Marky Mark is saying, elephant in the room, German football team? We've had like 18 shows since the German football team got eliminated, so it's sad, what can I say? I'm not a football guy. I've watched like, before the World Cup, 0 matches for more than a year. But it's still sad, you know? It's more of a party atmosphere here when Germany is still, well, for as much as you can have a party atmosphere in Germany. But when Germany is in the competition, well, now, yeah, I'll watch Brazil, Belgium. I'm sure it's going to be a good game and so on. But of course, it's sad. Baron225 now is asking, hi Jan, what do you think about Belgium-Japan 3-2? I thought Japan played excellently, very admirable. And I was impressed with them. Belgium was pretty good. Kudos to them for making the comeback. But I was very impressed with Japan. Alright, let's play some chess maybe. Or do we have more topics to exhaust? Topics to exhaust? I'm exhausted even though I haven't done anything. Except for trolling the chat. The usual. But here we are dealing with our boy, Papa Bear 90. Papa Bear, wasn't that a rapper like in the 90s before rap music got good? What did Papa Bear? He had some weird covers, right? Let me see if I'm right about this. I know everything about Euro trash rap music, so I clearly am right about it. Oh yeah, Cherish. Cherish the love we lost. We lost? We had? And Papa Bear. Speaking of ruining the party, I'm playing the exchange Rui Lopez. It's pretty much like getting kicked out of the World Cup. Immediately, all the fun leaves the board. Here we are. 97 is one of these moves you can play if you're seeking a more unbalanced, or is it imbalanced, game. Of course, there's many solved options. Bishop g4, f6, bishop g6, queen f6, queen d6, bishop e6. Any random move, really. Bishop e7, all playable. 97, yeah, these are goofier lines like queen h5, g6, and then either queen g5 or knight f3. And, you know, in the end, something happens. Here, knight d3 was what they did, then f5, and it's all kind of weirdness. Where's my coffee? I'm not sure I'll be able to do the show without coffee. This is a bit of a gamble, and some might say it's unprofessional. Then again, we need coffee. Also, can I take on e4? Rook e1, why don't they go knight f3? Did I do something wrong? Nah, I never do anything wrong. So queen e4, rook e1. h6, what's the point? I guess h6, no? What else could be the point? Alright, I need coffee. Got coffee. How much time did it take? Like 2 minutes? That's a lot. What did I miss in the chat? h6 was my plan. Rook e4, hg, knight g5, bishop f5. And I thought I was doing fine. c2 is hanging. All that stuff. Perpetual Statement is saying, always make sure you either have coffee or pants. I am wearing pants, and they might not be what they call long pants. But pants they are. Hang on! Am I lost? I sort of missed b6, queen a3. But what did I do wrong? I also missed coffee. Huh? This is confusing. But I haven't done anything wrong, have I? I'm very confused. Well, which is a normal state for me, but not after 10 moves that I have to resign the game normally. What is going on? So you went knight f3, queen takes g6, you do that. Queen g5, you go bishop g7, knight f3, queen e4, looks correct as well. Rook to e1. Oh, I have to play queen b4 here? Okay, that makes sense. See? I needed my coffee. Alright. This might become a bit of an uphill battle now, because I might be missing, you know, what in the industry we like to call a queen. But call me arrogant. I like my chances. Because there's still other pieces on the board and stuff. I think I'm gonna win. Unless he takes all these other pieces. Then I might be in trouble. If you don't allow me to keep the other piece on the board, going's gonna get tough. But for now, I'm confident. So you have squares for all the pieces too. I'm happy. I hope you're happy too. Ah yeah, queen b4. That makes sense. And Mattress Chess Guy is saying, if you weren't wearing pants, this would not have happened. I'm not sure if there's a correlation between pantslessness and queenlessness. But I also can't rule it out. So it is. Food for thought. Gotta take that. I understand simplifications might not be in my favor, but I need, to set up some jumps. Queen d1, good move. Still very optimistic. That's what I'm saying, but my eyes, they tell a different story. No bravery in my eyes anymore, only sadness. Paolo A is saying, Jan, hi, I connect and you are a queen down, so it's your fault. If you had not connected, I would not be a queen down, Paolo A. So why did you lose my queen? But as we've mentioned, I'm very confident. Oh boy. Hang on, I didn't really want him to ever activate that rook. Okay, I guess I should have said something. To not say anything and then to expect your opponent to read your thoughts. Sometimes it's asking a bit too much. You know how I feel about pawns. Even a queen down. I will eat them juicy, juicy pawns. Alright, off to Flagville. See, the horsey controls the queen. I've always said that. I do believe that horses are not inferior to queensies. Isn't chess fun? Hey, don't check me. And good game by Papa Bear 90. But yeah, I managed to somehow muddy the waters. So this opening, I was confused because I know this position. As usual, once I'm out of book, I blunder my queen within 1-2 moves. But yeah, here they go, knight d3. And now you can't take because of rook e1. Which makes sense because the b4 square is covered. Well, after knight f3, you can take. But after rook e1, what you should not do is play h6, because then queen c5 wins the queen. Instead, queen b4, defending this guy. And black has bishops, and I guess it's fine. But yeah, don't repeat what I did there. Nice trick by Papa Bear, number 90. And thank you for le jeu. Let's play our friend from India, force a draw. Let's see if he manages to force a draw. He plays d4. It's a pretty good move. I could probably write a book, forcing a draw with one d4. Not sure it would be a bestseller. But d4 is not a bad move. What can I do? c5 is also nothing I do regularly, because I don't like conceding space. And look how confident force a draw is. Banging out these moves. b6. He's saying, I don't want to be a pawn up. You can offer me that pawn all you want. I'm not gonna take it. I don't know theory here. I guess I'm doomed. G3, that doesn't look so bad. I thought F4 and then E5 looks more aggressive at least. Now, I'm not a pawn down anymore. Hooray. And now F4. But it feels a little delayed, no? Do it without G3. This is a check. I should stop blundering, come on. I'm capable to spot E5 followed by E6. Like maybe there's some hope after takes and knight G4. But it was not the plan. Oh, knight G4 is hanging too. Okay. Steaming. Nah. Why focus? Just, get another completely lost position. And then hope for the best. Try to flag. I'm upset now. Force a draw is a big champion of chess apparently. Who would have thought? Spending. H5, E6 might win, but my position is, of course, fairly grim already. No matter what I do. So let's see how this will go down. Queen C6, another good move. I did see D, Queen C4 check and Queen takes E6. So let's see how this goes. My position is still fairly lost, I'm guessing, if he... I don't know. Some knight G5 or... Who knows? It's too complicated. Knight E5 maybe. King F2. Wow. I guess at some point I should try to develop some piece, but I don't really have any squares to put pieces on. So that might remain a dream. Galactic is saying, I came across one of your masterpieces. D4, D5, C4, C6, CD, CD, knight F3, knight F6, knight C3, knight C6, bishop F4, A6, rook C1, knight H5, bishop D2, knight F6, bishop F4, draw against Gelfand. Yeah, that's one of my proudest moments. That was a good weekend too. I beat Nakamura and Believsky that weekend. Then drew Boris. That was an excellent weekend. I have no idea what's going on in this game. I still have a feeling I'm getting crushed, but what can you do? Yep, that was a morning game. I'll use that as an excuse. Obviously, I would have fought till the bitter end had the game not started at that evil, evil time. That is, whatever it was, 10 a.m. I'm still very confused about the happenings in this game. Am I allowed to castle? Have I moved my king already? Can't remember. Let's try. Check! Boom! Too complicated for me. Now 6 looks like a fun move to play, no? There's a lot of stuff on this diagonal. EF or bishop F? Nah, I guess bishop. Hang on, that's not a good pre-move, because knight d8 might win a piece. Always pre-move the move that wins a piece. That's one of the golden rules. In case you're wondering why I did not explain the exciting chess content of this game any more, no clue. I wasn't sure what was going on. But forced draw does resign because this knight is now gone. He crushed me in the opening, where I guess this a5 bishop a6 line is a little suspect. And yeah, g3 doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I thought just play f4, knight f3, but I haven't studied this. So yeah, then somewhere around here. My position looked fairly lost. But who knows? Force a draw. Did not manage to force a draw. Probably tried to play for a win. Not what I did against Gelfand on that Sunday morning in Austria. Alright, thanks for the game, force a draw. Wow, we have a challenge from an international master. Very exciting. Our good friend Dibis, who's running the Spanish Chess24 site and who is a very strong player in his own right. That's always a very thinly veiled insult. So Dibis, an international master in his own right. And big theoretician, works a lot with Nino Anton. So I have to play, you know, all my best stuff. See, I'm going to win on time. A6, he's confused. Alright, maybe he's not confused here or takes. I'll take. Boring. Bishop b4. One of many moves here. Directed against something. What was the thing not to blunder here? Was it knight bd7, knight takes d5? Probably that was the thing not to blunder. So I could castle, right? Castle, knight d5, knight d5, cd, bishop d2. That seems to work. Force a draw is saying, Jan, the game was +6 for me. I'm not surprised. A3, I'll go away. You could of course take on c3 as well. But you know, I like bishops. Ah, but now he has b4 and e4. Maybe I shouldn't have liked bishops there. Probably after a3 it's more what's the word? Not circumcised, circumspect to take on c3. Just, you know, to impede all this space grabbery. Life goes on. What do I do? Do I allow him to go e5? I guess I should make Dibis attack me. Then again, he might checkmate me. I don't want to get checkmated. DE is the boring way to play. But I'm not a fan. DC. bd7, cd, cd, e5 does look fairly terrible. Yeah, I can't do that, can I? That's upsetting. Can I go e5? Maybe e5 works. D, D, E. Let's confuse Dibis. Maybe it doesn't work. Ugh. So many things to take into account in chess. I don't know if this works, but it looks fun. D5, D4, Queen D8, Rook D8, EF, EF, Bishop G5 or whatever. Who knows? And knight E5, I can take something. No, DE maybe. But yeah, once again, the good old who knows conclusion. So Queen E3 is probably only move. Found it. No bigger chess champion than DB's. I was gonna say not sure about Rook E8, but you guys can assume I'm never sure about any move I make. So I won't be giving that not sure speech after every move. So knight E4, knight E4, Queen E4, F6, F4 could be an option here. But same old, same old. Who really knows? Is it even possible to really know anybody else? It's all this darkness luring beneath the surface. And Recolor is saying, why not Bishop E5, then Knight G4 instead of Rook E8? Yeah, I told you, I was not sure about Rook E8. How dare you question me? Now you've undermined my confidence. No, there was never any confidence. I keyed. DB's decides to go for this business, which I had mentioned with F4. And yeah, pretty decent compensation. But I'm still greedy. Guess I should take. Bishop takes or Rook takes. I don't have a lot of pieces out. That worries me a little bit. Especially 5 DE, Queen D2. Can I parry some Queen F5 business? Queen D7, I guess I can actually. Rook D1 first, Queen G5. Double-edged. Je ne sais pas. But pawn grabbers everywhere. Would be upset if I started developing pieces here instead of taking on E5. Can't do that. Problem is I might lose now. That'd be upsetting. We always come to the same conclusion. It's a hard knock life for us. What did I say here? Queen G5? What was my plan? I had a plan, no? I thought I had a plan. Plans versus zombies. I don't see a better move anyway. Are there any threats? Queen E7, Rook DE1, or what you want? Ugh, why is chess so hard? Can't we make it easier? Like checkers. Why can't chess be checkers? Is checkers easier than chess? Take your time, Mr. DBs. Queen G4. It's probably a good move, right? Ugh. Don't you hate it when they make good moves? That is a good move. Did not see it coming either. So what do I do? Resign? The problem is if I go G6, I might have to do this, but I'm not incredibly happy about it. And now he goes Rook D1. More surprises. I had another problem, but Rook D1 is also good. Oh, I'm running out of time too. This does not bode well. Should have developed some pieces. Kids, develop your pieces. H4. I'm not sure if Mr. Debis has heard of a little village called Flagville, Tennessee. But, you know, it's not a bad place. Rook H7, so aggressive. He's very fast. Once he's down to 2 seconds. But will it be enough? Not quite, even though he got me down to 13.5. That was an interesting game, wasn't it? I was lost at some point, but I won anyway, so I'm happy. Yeah, it was a bit greedy by yours truly to go bishop e5. Probably it's a little more prudent to go knight d7, and then, if need be, I can return the piece here. And also, I guess, instead of rook e8, as our friend Rikala pointed out, this might be better way to handle business, and I guess stuff is equal in the end or whatever. Anyway, interesting game. Thank you so much, Mr. Debis. Yeah, check out the Spanish side. They're always up to no good. I've never have any idea what's happening over there, but there's always stuff happening. Alright, what do we do next? We play against the Mechaniac. Oh, clever. It's a combination between the beloved Christian Bale movie The Mechanic, where he's like 25 kilos, and The Maniac, the beloved 80s song. She's a maniac. And then no one knows if it's At Your Door or That's For Sure. The lyrics are a big mystery. But she is dancing like she's never danced before. That much we know. I have no idea what happened here. Cthulhu is saying, this weekend I watched GM Cuenca's commentary of the Dirachera Cup. I think Copa di Charachera. And the man is a hilarious riot. He is funny, isn't he? So hard to believe in real life, he's a quite PhD of mathematics. Or whatever, some smart stuff. And what's this position? Queen e2. No, it looks fine for me. See, Hernandez is saying, I saw him in person in Merida, December. Wow, congratulations. That must have been a great day. Pepe Cuenca in person? What does he look like? Mr. Dodgy is saying, still waiting for the crossover episode where Jan is Pepe and Pepe is Jan. It's gonna be hard to pull off for both of us, no? Like Pepe would have to learn chess openings. I would have to learn to, show like human feelings. I don't think that's gonna work for either. As for the chess, yeah, rook d1, knight e1, not the most aggressive plan to remove the rook from f1, but in general in this structure I don't really believe in white going for some f4 kingside attack, so probably transferring the knight to d3 is not the worst of ideas. Black is slightly better because c2 is a target, I have more space and all that good stuff, but nothing too bad has happened yet. I'll generously offer the exchange of knights. Knight e5 and rook c2 looks good. And knight b4, bishop b4 does seem decent as well. LVIHNNNANEK is asking, who are you rooting for in the WC now that Germany is out? I've become an honorary Swede. Now you need to have something honorable, right? I am planning to apply for Swedish citizenship any day now. Like, I have Swedish blood. How does it work? When you say you have Swedish blood, do they actually test your blood? Like, do you cut yourself? Do they do it for you? Anyway, I've been told I have Swedish blood, and I hope the Swedish authorities can find out. Then I can say, you know, I used to be German when we were world champion. Now, Swedish might make the national team, you know. Port 2 behind Niels Grandelius. Alright, I won't get too ambitious. Give me board 3, board 5. What's not to like? I'd move to Sweden. Which place? I like Gothenburg. I haven't spent much time in Stockholm. I don't think I would survive in the north. Gimme. What other places? Where's the Sweden highest life quality? I hope I don't have to learn the language to pass the citizenship test. Because, you know, the words aren't that tough, but it's all this... the pronunciation, all this fake singing. It's gonna be very hard for me to pull off. I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but German, some people say, is not the most melodic language in the world. I'm being told Malmo? Nah, that's too close to Copenhagen. Then again, Copenhagen is pretty nice. But is that the real Swedish experience? Aren't you like half Danish from Malmo? I hope I'm not insulting anybody. I don't know what the situation is there. Is it like the cities, they transpose into each other? I've watched this show, Brøndby. Look like you cross the bridge and you're in Copenhagen, no? I don't know. I think I want something more Swedish. Anyway, thanks for the game, the mechanic. And I took a rook. Yeah, I think fighting on the side where you're weaker, like here with a3 and b4, is normally not a great recipe. This position is already not easy, as I mentioned. It's better for black because the c2 pawn is weak. But as a rule of thumb, don't try to touch these pawns. I struggle a bit coming up with a constructive plan, however. So, yeah, not sure actually. Don't play this opening. d4, knight e4, I don't like it. I would rather go knight b1. I did something similar recently with black, and I was miserable all the way because this poor bishop, he's buried. Alright, thanks for the game. I'm being told I should also consider Norway. I've spent a lot of time in Norway, but Gustafsson, it's gonna be hard to pull off in Norway. Well, Sweden, I do have Swedish blood. I think it's gonna be easy. Because you know how it is, if you can't pass the citizenship test. No, it's not like that, right? EU and EU adjacent. I can go wherever I want. Wow. Nah, I'm sticking with Sweden. Shall we play a chess game? What about Javi Recio? Rikala is asking, have you watched the show Norseman? I've seen an episode or two. Or to be honest, I've seen half an episode. Didn't really hang around to appreciate the funniness. Is that the word? Funniness? D4, D5, C4, knight, C6. This so-called Chigorin. This guy has 1500, which is like a box of chocolate. You never know what level you're gonna get. He probably hasn't played a game yet. But the Chigorin, how good can he be? Who's the best player that plays the Chigorin? Morozevich? I'm not sure. The problem is it was sexy for a while. But then people started doing this boring knight f3, knight c3 stuff. e6 is the best move, and after cd, ed, bishop f4. How much fun are you really having? When it's just a slightly inferior version of whatever Karlsbad structure thing, then I don't know. Not that many enthusiasts. Knight f6 is supposed to be inferior, as is, what's it called? Bishop takes f3 immediately. So how does this go? I obviously am out of book by now. EF or GF? Both have things to be said for them. I'll go EF, even though GF followed by E4 might have been a little more ambitious. Yeah, I think that's what he's supposed to do. But there's also many a time these pawns on c6, even though they don't look that bad, and it looks like I have some weaknesses in this pawn structure as well, but many a time they can be a bit of a weakness. And Cthulhu is saying Carlsen played versus Kramnik in London a few years ago. What was the famous game? Volodya failed to win with an extra bishop. Yeah, that's always the argument I have. When I say, nah, this opening is not good. And then people will tell me, no, but Carlsen played once. What do you know? Not on those words, but it's hard to win those arguments. Give me stuff. Give me all your pieces. Richter Kurtel is saying Johnny Hector. No offense to Johnny Hector, but I would rate Morozevich higher. Can I take? I'm hoping to take stuff. But I might not be winning material yet, like knight c3. We'll have to do a body count somewhere down the stretch. Knight c3, queen b4, knight e2 check, king h1. Knight c1, bishop somewhere. I might win stuff. Thinking phase. There's also bc, bishop c3, bishop b7, bishop a1, bishop a8, queen a8, bishop a3, which seems to be winning the exchange. Not sure if that's better. He also does. Now let's do that out of laziness. I'm not sure queen b4 might have just won a piece, but I couldn't figure it out. I'm not that bright. Here I thought just rook b1, you know, sidestepping. Keeping that guy. What's not to like? Mr. Dochi is saying, Moro is playing next month. I'll believe it when I see it. I'm a piece up. Piece is a piece. Mr. Dodgy is saying, well, he entered the tournament next month. That's a different thing. Thanks for the game, Javi Recio. I don't know. I feel like this has gotten a little out of hand with the silliness the last couple of days. And I've been told, Jan, please ignore the chat. Focus more on the chess. So let's do that. Let us play a serious game, which is not an easy thing to do if your opponent is called Drunk Duck. But I will not duck his challenge. And I will not drink during the game. He goes 3G3. For details on why this is not so threatening, check out my part 4 of my video series, Black Repertoire against 1D4. Part 4, I think, is called All the Junk. Where I recommended this very deep blah 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 blah. I couldn't decide between H6 and the very deep blah 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 blah. I had some reason in the end for going bishop d7, which obviously I forgot by now. What else is happening? I'm done focusing on the chess. What's Trump been up to? He finally wore me down. Like, it's been hard to keep up with the news, which I think is probably the plan, no? Just exhaust us with all the stuff. At some point people say, yeah, we're cage a bunch of children. I can't pay any more attention. Oh yeah, he was upset with something, no? See, I'm out of touch. Like this World Cup. What's been happening in my life? Let me think. Ah, yeah, nothing. World Cup. NBA free agency. Let me look at my phone. My phone knows stuff. Oh yeah, I've been on the road. I was in Lübeck this weekend. Lovely city. Where I had been before playing chess, but I had never really, strolled or trolled the city. It's beautiful. And it's next to where I live. It's like, 40 kilometers. So, who would have thought? Or I think everybody pretty much knows that. But I did enjoy the city of Lübeck. Gave some training for the youth team in the morning. Then gave a simul. Crushed all these kids. And then, had a great time. Walking around. Exploring the sites. I don't know what they have. Like, some famous stuff. I didn't read the signs. Holstentor. A lovely meal. So yeah, I'm a fan of the city of Lübeck. I'll be back. Have I done anything else? Sometimes I do stuff, but I forget so quickly. I want to take some of your pieces, Drunk Duck. But probably you won't give me any, right? Like, I would like to go e5 and trap that bishop. But if you go knight e2, then the bishop will have a square on b2, so I won't be able to. Very upsetting. They do have marzipan. We took some pictures in front of Niederegger Marzipan headquarters. I think it's supposed to be rude if I check my phone during the show. I'm just, trying to retrace my steps so I can tell you guys all about the excitement that is my life. Hey, my move? Can I take? I want to go b4? Alright, I'll take a bunch of pawns, no? It's good enough. Nothing. Nothing? That was Lübeck. Nah, it's empty. It's like a clean slate. Is that a word? Clean slate? Don't checkmate me, sir. Rikala is asking, why did you seem to encourage bishop f6 gf? I don't think I was encouraging it, I just didn't know what to do. Alright, so here rook fb1, I want to keep this pin going so the bishop can move. Therefore queen c4 seems to force bishop f1. Then I could take another pawn, then the bishop can move again. But I took another pawn, so I guess it's sort of a win-win. Mr. Dodgy is saying, Argon started a petition to get Fabi to the White House. 500 signed. Only 99,500 to go. I'd sign up for President Fabi. Also today, for no real reason. But I did watch this Prodigy Desk video. Oops, I shouldn't look for it while this is my screen capture. But I did watch it. I'm not sure, I think the ship has sailed on the Prodigy Desks. But maybe, you know, just maybe, you're gonna be the one that saves one. Can I take? I want to take. I'm a bit worried that rook c1 is gonna make me repeat moves or some nonsense, but I'll think about that later. Richter Kortl is asking, why do you think Fabi's playing so strong now? I think he's pretty good at chess, no? Wasn't he like live rating 2850 something, like in 2014? So, you know, he's been a pretty decent chess player for a while. But yeah, it's been an impressive run of tournament victories, hasn't it? Pretty good. I do believe that Eric Andre should be credited for most of Fabi's success. Because you can't spell American Dream without Eric Andre. And Fabi's living the American Dream right now. Yeah, this is what I was worried about, that I could not really see a way to avoid all these move repetitions. But of course you can always flag. When the going gets tough, the clock keeps running, as I say. Junk Duck resigns because of the imminent flagging. What are we talking about? People seem to be behind Fabi. But you gotta be 35, no? Fabi's not 35 yet. He's still a kid. All these guys are still so young. He's like 26 years old. He's been around for like 18 years. I played Fabi in the European Team Championship 2007. Humble brag. And he's like 26 now? How does that even work? I was older than 26 then. Boy. Anyway, thanks for the game, Drunk Duck. Let's play Ewok. Wow, he's strong. Ugh, I'm not in the mood for a strong opponent. Oh, Mr. Dodgy is saying, I think the petition is just to visit the White House. It's not a coup. How does it work? Do you get invited to the White House if you win, like the US Chess Championship? Or do you get uninvited then if you hesitate? Like, what's the system there? And why do I play the Grunfeld against big champion of chess Ewok when I'm not a big champion of Grunfeld? But okay, I'm a very well-rounded chess player, so I should be able to figure something out. Obviously, that's a lie. This must be how Peter Svidler feels every game. Ugh, Grunfeld. Don't know any theory, don't have the center. This can't be fun. How can you do it, Peter? Bishop e2? Is that what they do? I thought they normally go rook c1, d1, someone. So what do I do? Rook d8, knight c6, none of the above. I'll go here. Why not? Richter Kotl is saying, without kidding, in Europe we have enough problems ourselves. We shouldn't be judging Americans? What are you talking about? We're human beings. All we do is judge. Like I'm judging that comment right now. We are very judgmental beings. It's fun to judge. If we need, before we say anything, we need to add the disclaimer, I have my own problems. That's not fun. And I do have my own problems. What's theory here? I have a problem with theory. Like CD, Queen D2, that looks wrong. Maybe you can do it. Is this some weird version of these endgames they play, where the bishop's already on E2? Is that good for me? Could be, no? Knight D2, wow. A lot of subtleties in this Grunfeld world. Grunwald. Can't I take this pawn? You keep teasing me with the pawn. You know, I have very low threshold when it comes to resisting pawn grabbery. Cthulhu is saying that's theory. Nah, now I took a pawn. This can't be theory anymore. Maybe D5 instead of knight B3? I don't know. Cthulhu saying no, then bishop G5. No, that's a different position. That's where the bishop is not on E2 yet. That's why I was confused. King takes, knight 6, D5, E6, bishop G5, F6. I thought. Well, like I said, I've never seen the Grunfeld before in my life. DP Owen is saying, if we had a handy resource for studying the Grunfeld. It's a good point. I don't know anybody who's any good at this stuff. Gimme, no? I'm out of coffee again. Do I have to do this all over again? Bishop G5, fair enough. Many options. I'll go here. Pawn up! Not sure bishop F6 was the most, the most goodest move. But it was a move. H4, very aggressive. What do you want to do? You want to checkmate me? I want to send H4 because the rook can't come to H3. So this doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I thought bishop C4 is what he should have played. Not that the position is great for white, because of the pawn situation. But H4 seems to not improve things. Rook B2. I don't know. I think it's getting worse. And on my screen it says personalized. Wow, it's personalized. That's impressive. Recommendation based on your game. The Grunfeld according to Svidler. I'll check it out one day. Thanks for the game, Ewok. And yeah, this bishop E2, something smelt a little there. Let us play against an armchair grandmaster. I'm an armchair general. I'm also an armchair grandmaster. See, there's armchairs. Problems. Here we go against armchair GM. Mr. Dodge is asking, how do I get the personalized recommendation change from play better dummy every game? I think the wording may be personalized recommendation based on your game. It's not the most elegant wording. And I do think that it should be play better dummy a lot. Because many a time I've been told to watch that Robin Van Kempen King's Indian series. And I've always said, no, I will not watch the Dutch guy. But then he keeps telling me that. Never tells me play better dummy. Never tells me abort. Can't win them all. See, there he is again. Cutting edge King's Indian defense. I haven't even made a move. Make a move, dummy. That's what it should tell me. Alright. Shall we play more chess? Ewok is saying, I think I hang d4 every time I play against the Grunfeld. That is a problem with the Grunfeld. It's very hard to keep that d4 pawn. Some non-premium challengers, you guys know. Not gonna be able to do it. Go premium, I'll play you. Let's play against Adam. A lot of letters there. Lettuce. Same old, d4, c4, and now what? g3, that's the most efficient way to avoid the Grunfeld, because it's hard to hang the d4 pawn if it's not under attack. Let's see, damn, goes c6 here, can you do that? I guess you can do that, why not? Knight here or knight here? Probably both legal moves. Should g4. I don't mind going f3. b3 or d5. Normally I like keeping the tension. I'm just checking if I run into some nonsense like d5, then it doesn't look like so. Let's keep le tension and wait till d5 wins material after like knight bd7. Maybe he's going to play some deep move like queen c8, but in this structure, it's also pretty decent for me to exchange light square bishops. Joshua A is saying, is it realistic that a chess grandmaster runs for FIDE president? Do we have like plenty grandmasters? Ove Olafsson? So I would guess that's realistic. We also had Kasparov and Karpov running, and last time I checked, they were still chess grandmasters. So I believe we can answer your question. Joshua A is saying, is this enough qualification for this job? That's cute that you think it's based on qualification. That's nice. I'm very qualified to be better here against Adam. Because, you know, there's not a lot of squares. c5 might be a decent idea, and I have to try to figure out how I want to go about it. Having said all that, there is probably around a 0% chance that I don't go pawn hunting. So why pretend that I'm going to play it positionally knight e2 and claim, you know, I control all the squares. Give me them pawns, or at least them squares. If you're not going to give me pawns, at least give me squares. I couldn't take on d6 because of bishop c3, queen c3, queen d6. Therefore, I went for this. Joshua A is saying, to be honest, I have no clue how this FIDE president thingy works. Isn't it about votes? It is about votes. Getting them votes. Alright, b5. I'm really losing patience with not being any pawns up. So how can I alter that situation? Knight d5 is like the no-brainer move. But I'd like to do something else. Then again. I probably shouldn't. Alright, now what do I do next? Maybe, fish for some weaknesses. I'm trying to figure out what I do after bishop d4 check, but I think just king h1 and f6, bishop h6 looks pretty good. Well, after f6, could go here, or I could just go back and say, mission fission accomplished. This looks like a fun little move, no? Doesn't make a lot of sense, but it looks fun. Aren't you having fun? I need a beverage. And I need to urinate to, remove my previous beverage from my body. There's a lot of stuff to do. And I need the c4 pawn. So many needs, so little time. Alright, can I finally take some material? I'm really growing very impatient with not being anything up. Some kind of material, maybe. Okay, this is material. Finally. Finally, I get something. Because, as we all know, if at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and grab a knight. What time is it? Still games to play. These are the games we play. Zekarioka, what's up? Every time I tell people that I need to urinate, they say too much information. I can go back to powdering my nose, but then you will say, haha, Jan is a cocaine addict. You can't win with the desire to visit the quiet place. F3. Trendy. In the old days I used to play knight c6 and they felt very smart. Then they stopped doing it because of the d5 and e4, white is better. But some romantics, they will still do it and hope that Zekarioka does not know the ins and outs of this very line. Turns out he does. Can't bluff Zekarioka. Bishop e2 looks a little slow. Normally they go for some f4, knight d7, knight h3, turning knight f2. And as usual, they are very happy with themselves. Happy, happy, happy. Mr. Doji is saying f3, e5. f3, e5 sort of loses de, knight h5, knight h3. I think it's a question in an upcoming episode of the beloved show, Jan's Opening Clinic, Season 20. Not gonna be able to do it. Leko played it once or twice, but nowadays we have these, this modern technology that yells +1 at you very quickly. These are the games we play. Knight c5 looks wrong, c6 looks more prudent. The commutator is saying, I find Jan very entertaining, but I always put him on when I'm having trouble sleeping. That's not an insult in my world. I always put on my favorite podcasts before I go to sleep. Then I'm asleep in like 6 minutes. Sorry, Bill Simmons, but I always listen to all of it in the morning. I don't know what to do. Here? Speaking of The Commutator, I recently watched this movie, The Commuter. Which is supposed to be bad, I think. I enjoyed it, gotta be honest. I like, Liam Neeson being the washed up whatever specialist who gets dragged into a situation that he didn't ask for. But he will still kill people. I think it's a formula that should live on for at least another decade. Give me my Taken 4. Was Taken 4 already out? Zeka Ryoka is playing well, by the way. I don't see any tricks. CD, F5, E5, Queen D5, Bishop C4. And I won't be happy, so I'll play a random move. Kimata is saying Liam Neeson has no need to go urinate. To go to urinate, big difference. He's not wrong. I'm not even sure if he sleeps a lot, like while he was killing all of Paris during Taken 1. Like, I think he slept less than Jack Bauer during an episode of 24. So yeah, he's pretty good. That's why we need more movies featuring his talents. Don't give me that pawn, Zeka Ryoka. You were doing so well. And then you throw it all away. With one click of the mouse, my dear boy. Skian is saying, I don't know, I think Tom Cruise seems to still be putting in serious effort to his movies. That's his thing, no? He's doing all the stunts. He's a very hard worker. Even though... No, I don't dare to. You never know who's watching. Dutch Defender is saying, Cruise as Reacher was a joke. Nah, the first Jack Reacher is a good movie. I understand he's supposed to be tall, like Liam Neeson would be the perfect Jack Reacher. But Cruise was not bad. He can play this I don't really care about people thing. So I'm pro Jack Reacher. It has Werner Herzog as the villain. It's a fantastic villain. Doesn't even do anything ever. Like he's just, talking. Telling people to eat their fingers. It's good stuff. Jack Reacher. The first one is a good movie. I haven't seen the second one. Everyone says it's terrible. But I'm writing for the first Jack Reacher. The first 15 minutes or however long that sequence is where they don't talk. It's good. There's Robert Duvall, some old gun range dude. It's a good movie. Rikala is saying Werner Herzog is the villain even in the movies he's directing. Yeah, you're not wrong. It's Werner Herzog and Klaus Kinski. I think they had some debates over the years. Mike Wu is asking, why C6 W pawn Jan? These pawns are actually very useful because they're covering all the central squares. This is my Mike Hanford as John Lennon voice. These pawns are very useful. They're covering a lot of squares in the center. And look, now I can take the knight. I can take the pawn. No, you want one of my pawns? Nope, I don't like to share. I'm not, what's the word? Promiscuous? Is that the right word? I'm not sure that's the right word, but I don't like you to take any of my pawns. I want just... Then again, I want all your pawns. I don't want just one pawn. So maybe... I don't speak English. Go easy on me. I'm German, like Werner Herzog. By the way, while we're talking random stuff, Paul F. Tompkins as Werner Herzog on Comedy Bang Bang always cracks me up. It's hilarious. I'm sure you guys needed that information. Don't take here, please. Sir? Sir? You're gonna have to step away from the G6 pawn. Sir? It's the last time I'm asking. I might have gotten a little, too greedy taking all these pawns. The position is actually unclear. Because all of a sudden he has a serious initiative. With all these dudes looming. While I play nice active moves like rook back to a7. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Rook e6. Big tactician. What are you thinking about? Bishop g6 doesn't work. You got to play rook takes e6. And then rook d3, rook g6. Is this a perpetual? I have a feeling you're probably just bluffing. But do I want to find out? Yeah, I guess I want to find out. You know, serious people will probably have calculated if this is perpetual. But I'm going to go with my gut. Because, as I learned from Stephen Colbert, we have more nerve endings in our gut than our brain. Hang on, queen h7 is not a check. You can't bluff me with fake checks. This non-check is gonna bounce. And Zekarioka, after a tough fight, resigns. All right. What's happening in the Dutch Championship? Who's winning? Did Erwin win? Let me open that website. cheese24.com. Dutch Championship. Lamy won, rest draws. So that means Erwin Lamy in the lead together with Sergei Tivyakov. Alright, still a lot of chess to be played. No, I think it's only 7 rounds, so not that much chess. And next game. Last game? Not 2 more, let's say 2 more. Carlsen 2020. Wow. What does that mean, Carlsen 2020? That you're hoping that Carlsen runs for president of Norway in 2020? That'd be a tough campaign, no? Magnus Carlsen against Erna Solberg. I can't really picture how that would go. Anyway, Carlsen 2020. What's in 2020? That might be the next World Championship match. Maybe he's saying he's going to crush Carlsen in 2020? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing as usual. I played bishop e2, bishop e3. How bad can it be? He goes a6. And now, I believe, is as good a time as any for the delayed 4-pawn attack. c5, can I take? I could go d5, but it feels like having played f4, this might be a wiser choice. And this, I'm not sure I'm buying any of this. Anyway, let's take the pawn and then think about it. e5 should also be better for white, but in general, very hard to believe there's enough compensatsi here for the pawn with this bishop locked out. Locked up, I won't let you out. All right, back home, I want to go g4, but I don't want him to go knight g3. You know, it's a give and take. These are the games we play. What do I do now? I sort of want to keep the bishop, but I sort of also want to keep pushing. Oof, choices, my dear friends. Maybe here. King of 1, of course. It's a little ugly. Nah. Bishop d1, bishop e6. Nah, it's not as clear as I thought it would be. Surprising. Bishop e6, 95. Nah, not that clear cut. All right, let's go for this small solution. This is a bad move. I don't like what I did here. Now, it's not too crazy to say black has a little bit of compensation after f6. And he does not deserve that after the earlier events. Rook fb8, very deep. You know what? No b5 for you, sir. What is he doing? He's just blitzing out every move, right? All right. Two can play that game. You know how I feel about pawns. Pawns were my first love. You know, when I was a young man, pawns were not as easily accessible as they are today. It was a big deal if maybe a friend of yours had a pawn and felt like sort of dirty to, you know, go grab their pawns. You couldn't do it. Nowadays, of course, it's different. You can grab lots of pawns every day. But I've lived through a day where we would look at a cloud until it would take the shape of a pawn. That was, you know, the closest we would come to pawn grabbing. That's why I cherish it so much to take all these pawns. Okay, one day I should probably reactivate the horsey. But, you know, there's a time and a place for everything. Horsey, you coming back? Ah, now there's bishop f2. It's too early for your comeback, Horsey. Sorry, Horsey. I tried to bring you back, but I did not manage. Sorry I let you down. I did try. Now you're gonna say, there is no try. Do or don't. I understand. Carlsen 2020 is contemplating the pretty square that is rook to a6, when I could have locked him out for pretty much forever with c5. Would have been a decent choice, but I'd rather checkmate him. ASAP Rocky. That's why I went for this. Because these are the games we play. Oh, g5 I didn't see coming. Oh, can you hear him coming? There's a dark man, you better keep running. How do I checkmate? Ugh, I don't want to calculate. I'll just grab the bishop. Even though I calculated that I can grab the bishop, so maybe that was not factual. Carlsen 2020 does resign, but he still has like 2 years to hone his King's Indian. Therefore, not all hope is lost. Thanks for the game. Last game for Le Jour against a friend from Australia, Lawrence King. Lawrence King goes d4. I shall play e6. Move I normally don't play because it allows white to play 2 e4, transposing to the opening that shall never be played. Le Français. I don't know what to do here. d6, d5, knight f6, b6 maybe. Je ne sais pas. f5, of course, a terrible move. But I'm trying to be... creative is the wrong word, but, you know, to reach a little played position. Wow, he's hoping I pre-move and hang my bishop on b7. Not gonna be able to do it. Lawrence King played very well so far, which is upsetting. What do I do now? Oh, slightly worse. Because I played f5. Silly me. Can't think of anything. e5. Oh. Yeah, he takes. Really slightly worse. Really, really slightly worsey. Iclay and Mighty Arms is asking, did Korchnoi play unsound openings? I don't know, isn't that this quote from Spassky, I believe? That Korchnoi would misplace his pieces in the first 20 moves so that he would have something to do for the rest of the game? That would indicate. I've only played Korchnoi once. I was much better out of the opening than I messed up. So, yeah, the usual. Knight d5. I might blunder my queen, but I might not. b3. What can we do? This feels right. I don't have a follow-up to knight takes a4. And now you're hoping for me to blunder my queen? We've just discussed this topic. These are the games we play. Here, I guess. And tough fight here against Lawrence King. I'm too washed up. Normally I would say tired, but the truth is tired is not the word. Washed up is the word to calculate stuff. But after knight f5, I'm quite optimistic that I can take one of his pieces. And I will have a bright future. Whoa, knight g7. How do you feel about this? Double check. And Lawrence King doesn't have to double check that he's in trouble and instantly resigns, denying me the great pleasure to take his queen and deliver checkmate in one move. Very upsetting, but I shall accept the resignation. All right, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Enjoy England. breaking a lot of hearts by losing to Colombia starting in half an hour. I shall see you guys. I don't know when I'll see you guys. I have the opening clinic on Thursday. We'll probably squeeze in another Banter Blitz one of those days as well. See you then. Mr. Dodgy is saying probably 5th best show ever, I reckon. I think if we count all the shows, that's still unfair to me. Like, there was maybe like 3 or 4 The Apprentice episodes that are better. But I think it's more 3 than 4. So 5th feels low. But you know. It's not for me to judge if this is the best show ever, the 2nd best show, 3rd best show, 5th best show. That's for other people to decide if like this show is the best thing since sliced bread. Thank you guys for, whatever. Thanks for blah, blah, blah. Bye.